What is up, guys? Mcdoubles back again with a brand new video, and in this video I want to tell you guys just how much I love Holy Paladin right now on the Wrath of the Lich King Classic servers. It's great. You know, I just randomly got into it. I'll tell you guys the whole story. We'll do some heroics together, and I'll show you guys what I've collected so far for my Holy off spec. I really ended up enjoying it a lot more than I thought I would, and I think you guys might enjoy it too. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's jump right in. Okay guys, so it all started with me just feeling a little bit down. As you guys know, I've been playing Retribution Paladin, and if I'm honest, I'm joining raids, I'm pugging them, and it's not going well. It's not going well because it turns out, based on all the memes I'm sure you're seeing on places like the Classic WoW Reddit, that Ret Paladin at level 80 right now, pre-Ice Crown, not as good. Obviously very gear dependent if you want to make it all the way to the very top of the DPS charts. And while extremely fun and extremely cool, and also particularly cool and fun in PvP, yeah, it's not really performing as often, as easily, let's just say, in PvE. So that made it really hard to pug, because people also don't like Pallies because they think they're all, you know, flavor of the month players. As you guys know, I have a story for why I chose it. It's a nostalgia thing. I mained it when I was a kid in Wrath, before I even cared about metas or knew what metas were or anything like that. And Pally's always been my thing, so that's what I wanted to do. But I'm still getting the brunt of the fact that, yeah, so many people actually did roll Pally just for flavor of the month stuff, which I don't personally care about, but lots of people seem to. So I decided to flip the script. I went for a Holy Paladin spec, and I'll show you guys the spec, the glyphs, and all that jazz in a moment, but it actually ended up working out. I literally didn't think this was going to happen, but I started grinding heroics, and as I was grinding those heroics with a guy I met, I started to get a lot of gear. As the gear started to progress, so did my enjoyment of it, and I thought, oh, I can actually do this as well. And, well, you guys will see exactly what happened. But what I will say is that we ultimately make it all the way to our very first Naxx run in this video, and we actually do heal Naxx, which is pretty big for me right now, considering the fact that this is my OS, and somehow I'm going farther with it than I am with my main spec, so who knows if that's going to end up switching. So, yeah, that's a big thing. When we get into Naxx, lots of cringe happens as well. Content, I guess you could say. All I'm going to say is it's a doozy, and I'll try to make it palatable, but you guys are going to see my whole Naxx experience tonight, man. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's take it from the beginning. Alright guys, so I want to go ahead and just do a dungeon together, right? So I've still got the same group I've been playing with all night. This guy's so pissed because literally getting any two people to get all the way to the freaking meeting stone seems to be the hardest thing. Everybody, myself included, just want to AFK and Dalaran, you know what I mean? And like wait for a summon. And this guy's like, this is why we need random dungeon finder, bro. Here's what I think. I think max level, random dungeon finder teleports you to the instance. Wall leveling, random dungeon finder does not. To me, that kind of fixes all the problems, right? But anyway, with that out of the way, we're about to go ahead and do heroic Gundrak. And I'll show you guys just how much fun I've been having on Holy Paladin and what I figured out right now so far for how to play it as well. I haven't been reading any guides, just using the spells. Now, what I did do is I found a build online. So I did copy somebody's build because I figured it like this, guys. It's classic WoW. You're not really min-maxing anything new out of it. It's been min-maxed like a million times before. So I went with like any holy spec I could find, probably from Icy Veins for this one in particular. And I did the same thing for my glyphs, by the way, as well, guys. So Glyph of Beacon of Light, increase the duration of Beacon of Light by 30 seconds. Seal of Light does 5% more healing for me on top of what it normally does. Holy Light does 10% of its heal to up to 5 friendly targets within 8 yards of the initial target. And for my minor glyphs, reducing the mana cost of Blessing of Kings, Glyph of Lay on Hands, 5 minutes off the cooldown of Lay on Hands, and 1% more damage, Sense Undead, pretty much garbage. I don't even know why I have that, but okay, let's do some Gundrak. Dude, it's actually been so long since I've done this. I didn't do it at all while leveling, I think, and I didn't have any reason to come here with my ret build, and I'm not here necessarily for anything. I'm just here for badges right now. I figured I can farm out Emblems of Heroism. I need 60 for my gloves for my ret set, and I can build that ret set while I heal. But guys, this is ridiculous. Here's why. Now, I'm about to tell you in this video why Holy is good, but actually queuing Healer is even better. Healing seems to be in Heroics, not in Raids. I don't have any experience right now with the Raids, but in Heroics, healing seems to be an extremely easy role. Like ridiculously easy, right? So, here's the other thing. When you tank or heal a dungeon on Classic WoW, they changed it to where you actually get a little chest. It's not a satchel of helpful goods. It's like a care package, so to speak. So all these runic pots and the food in the the healing stuff that I get on top of like buffs like scrolls and stuff like that, flasks even. Like I'm getting all that for free, and I even got a blue moth pet as well, which I should probably use right now as well. We could summon that guy, and you just get these from the little chest. All right, we're doing an achievement run as well apparently. I don't even have to know what's going on like as the healer. It's great. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sacred shield this guy and just go for the holy shock. And when I flash of light on my sacred shield, I actually apply a hot, and the hot's healing for 400 basically right now. I've also got a 1.5 minute beacon of light right now. The beacon of light's way stronger on here than it is on Ascension. That's why I was kind of timid about it. On Ascension, it's like 50% of your heal, right? But on here, it's 100% of your heal goes to the beacon target. I'm just spamming right now. Oh my god, what the heck? I think they killed him too fast or something like that. And we missed the achievement. They're freaking out. I don't care because I'll get it, you know, another day. But like, oh my god. But I was told from another Holy Paladin back when I was Ret that crit is the main thing you go for outside of like, you know, intellect, right? And so that's what I do. I'm going for crit right now. And you really don't suffer that much when you need heals on multiple people. Like I said, you can just beacon one guy and he's basically always going to be alive if anybody else is taking any damage, and you heal them as well because they get the full amount of the heal on the beacon target. Like I said, it's incredibly powerful. Now my mana does get low sometimes because my gear is quite bad, because I literally just tonight started building most of my offset. Now what actually prompted this? Well, I was actually in a random raid the other day and I got focusing energy epaulets off an OS roll. So I've been building everything else just today, and I gotta say I've already gotten quite a lot of gear being a healer. I didn't know it was this easy. On my Ret, it's taking me forever to get good gear. I think that's really because you have to focus on random pieces. Not really random, but in the grand scheme of things, you need very highly specific stats. That's what I mean. And so that means instead of going for anything that you can get your hands on and just enjoying the stats that come off it, you have to look at one piece of gear that you otherwise would have taken and think, that's garbage, I'll wait for my bis. And you move on, right? That's because you need hit and expertise and stuff like that. Now, I'm sure that there's more reasons to care than I'm giving it credit for as a healer right now, but in my current iteration of looking at things, I can literally just need on damn near anything. But overall, it just seems like caster gear just makes a lot of sense, you know? Like, you've got the spirit pieces, you got things with hit rating on it, and you know that's not for you necessarily, like this sword I got, for example. Not the best, but it was better than having literally nothing of value, so I went for it, right? But stats make sense. You're like, okay, I know who that's for, it's not for a healer. And the healer gear is like crit and spirit, you know what I mean? And MP5 and stuff like that. It's like super easy. Maybe some haste here and there, I don't know. I got this one ring and Hild's ring, 49 haste off that. I've been getting any spirit gear I can find as well, just because it's coming on everything, really. Like, that's what I mean. It's so easy to gear this guy. Fiery obelisk handguards. You can see it's just, I have so many epics from just one, you could basically say world tour, because I've been doing literally every heroic today. I also got these plague infected bracers, spirit, and crit. I just feel like that's right, you know. I could be wrong, let me know in the comment section below, but intellect, spirit, crit, boom, that just feels great. So, okay, let's do this part of Gundrak now, and I'll show you guys more of the healing on this. So I picked a few interesting spells that you might not know much about if you don't play Pally. Divine Sacrifice, like even as somebody that played Pally in the past, I heavily underutilized this. 30% of all damage taken by my party goes to me, but I've also got talents to reduce all damage taken by everybody that's affected by this by 20%. So you can see it right here. This guy is going to be taking reduced damage as well. Boom, smack him with a holy light all the way up to full. Get that sacred shield going, get a flash of light, apply the hot, and go for the beacon. Just let it tick for a second, and we can just go for the holy shock there actually to top him off and let the hot finish it up, right? So it's so easy, and this is all just happening, you know what I mean? Like, it took me one day to feel like, hey, I could probably do my Naxx 10 run if I can sneak it in before the reset. Well, we'll see. I don't know if I should have taken that because it's BOE, but like the rule that I've always gone by is that if you're in the dungeon that it drops in, you have main spec priority before it becomes something people just sell on the auction house. Now, some people might disagree, but I've always been honest and true when it comes to other people doing it, so I'm going to get it for myself as well. So ultimately, I was like, yeah, let's just drop our last 1,000 gold on dual spec, and hey, it actually worked out. I didn't know this was going to happen. I fell into healing, as you guys know, but it worked. All right, so let's just go for the holy light on this guy, and then we'll start going for the beacon on this one. And obviously, I should have done that in a separate order. That was definitely backwards, but we'll take it. Mojo puddle damage. Okie dokie. I can heal myself, and I can guarantee that the guy with Beacon of Light is going to get healed as well. So that's the tank for me. Watch my feet. I'm watching my feet, Siri. I think it's like a Siri. This Jimmy Pop guy just got like completely clapped. I'm doing this on no mana right now, by the way. I'm just trying to juggle what little mana I have.
Watch your feet.
It's part of just being under geared, I feel like. The mojo puddles are really getting me. Okay, we won. Thank God. All right, defense pauldrons. No, thank you. I'm definitely not being a tank at this point, right? So I do need to get impaled, and I don't really like the sound of that, to be honest with you. It's not exactly the way that I roll, despite that last comment on my last video. But with that being said, oh my God, they're taking a lot of damage. What the hell? I'm just gonna holy shock that guy. I gotta go fast. I have a bad habit of like, oh, these guys aren't gonna die. It's gonna be okay. It's like, well, you don't know that because you literally don't even know what the mechanics of the boss are. Okay, so apparently we just wiped on purpose that time so that we could get the achievement or share the love. Thank God for finding it. I was about to go look for it. Defeat Galdera and Gundrak on heroic and have 5 unique party members get impaled. Okay, I mean, that seems easy. The problem was we killed him too fast. Okay. Apparently we just got another achieve not too long ago. Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? I think that's a pretty easy one though. But if there is some reason really to get all of the heroic achievements, let me know in the comments and maybe I'll actually go for that. WoW doesn't even make sense sometimes. Like 1 second you're literally killing a god for fun and the other second Drakari frenzy fish are gonna kill you in the water. Like, how does that even make sense? Okay, this is awesome. So I found a video real quick. I might as well look too, right? You must have 5 people, obviously. It's basically wait for him to get impaled, every single one of you, then kill him. Okay, it's exactly what I thought. Don't you love videos like this, by the way? Like, this is why this video is successful. 44,000 views. Almost nobody has liked it because everyone just looks at it real quick and they leave. But that's fine. He doesn't care about likes if he gets 44,000 views. Like, he's fine. You know what I mean? Dude, this guy's actually trying to get these people to give him 50 gold to help them get the achievement. Skyfury, I thought I knew you, man. I can't even imagine why you wouldn't try. Like, just for free. Like, for example, guys, I saw some people and they're like, 60 gold a run and I'll heal your dungeon. I'm like, bro, I PM'd like all the other people and I was like, I'll heal. Like, it's okay, I'll heal for free. And they joined me instead. This guy wants me to give him lead. I have to say, I just want to get this done. Oh, crap. Oh my God, that's big damage. Why am I not healing? Holy crap, I didn't expect that. Sometimes they randomly... No, are you gonna kill this? Dude, this guy's being dong. Dude, this guy trolled us. Like, I just got impaled too. Like, this is so easy. Why is this guy trolling us, dude? I've been playing with you for like a while. This is why you don't make friends on the internet, by the way, guys. Like, you literally don't know who you're with. He ruined the ability for us to get the achievement for literally no reason. Just out of straight cringe. I mean, I don't care that much, but I feel horrible for the guy that did care. That's so wrong. What is this guy? Dude, Skyfury, I thought I knew you. All right, now I'm actually ashamed. I'm gonna have to leave. Like, I can't keep playing with someone who's like that. I'm not going next with you, bro. You went too far. I always give the I've got diarrhea response when I have to leave or AFK or something like that. Like, nobody can question it. Like, if it happened to you, you'd want some respect. You know what I mean? I don't approve of screwing people over for fun. Do you guys know what I mean? But what do you guys think so far? Like, obviously, I'm not doing bad at all. And I just started this tonight. I'm really enjoying Holy Paladin. Like, this is ridiculous, man. And I've basically, as I showed you guys and talked about, already geared myself out. And it all came down to getting 213 item level focusing energy epaulets from, I think, yeah, obviously Eye of the Eternity Malygos 10.
2 seconds later.
Nice, dude. I basically formed a group here. I PM'd this guy who queued his tank, and I was like, bro, let's just invite each other, basically. I want him to do the work, obviously. And we'll start a Naxx 10. Hey, I'll try.
Later that same evening.
All right, yo, let's try it. Naxx, 10-man, first time as a Holy Paladin. Okay, let's see if we get any loot, if we can even do it. And yeah, I guess in that regard, just how far we can get. But my healing friend actually gave me some advice, and he told me that if you Judgment of Light, that it's actually a decent amount of extra healing. It's a little bit, he said, but it adds up. And you know what? I didn't even think about that. I just judgment something, and as my allies attack them, they start to heal themselves. I've also got the heal bot add-on. I gotta move it a bit, I think, though, right there. My UI just feels all over the place. Like, I rarely try to build a UI nowadays for something sweaty, but I am kind of trying now. Like, this is built around my Ret UI, but I had to, like, make it work for Holy real quick. That's why there's 3 buttons not being used. But I do kind of like the position of everything right now. Like, I took my party frames away, just got the heal bot. I can see everybody's HP. I mouse over macro right now. So I think the way this goes is that I Beacon of Light one tank, heal the other one, and then flash and Holy Shock everybody at the same time, basically. This is back in the era of the Holy Paladin being a tank healer, like having a designated tank healer. And then we have a Resto Druid in here as well, which is nice. Now, my friend also said constantly keep up that Divine Plea during your downtime. Divine Plea, of course, I've talked about in previous videos. 25% of my mana coming back over 15 seconds. Pretty good for Ret. obviously pretty good for holy as well. I can still throw out some of these holy lights right now, or flash of lights rather. All right, the first test of our healing metal. Hopefully nobody dies, or at least if they do, I hope it's their fault. But I think this is the easiest boss in the history of WoW. So, oh, everything lights up for once. What the hell? I don't feel like it was doing that before. That looks so much better. Oh my god, flash of light, holy light. Nice. All right, got that guy as well. It's so interesting because like a 10-man is so much more intimate, I would say, than a 25-man. Like I actually do feel like my heals matter, and I'm sure the DPS could feel similar as well. But oh, I need to really be keeping this guy up. I think I'm literally responsible for this tank. Basically just me and me alone. Oh my god, no, he's dying. All right, there we go. Big old holy light, 20k right there. I'm reducing the mana cost of stuff. All right, hit him up with that. He has a hot on him right now from the flash of light. I'll divine plea. I have no idea how much oh my god, he's not even close to death. I'm gonna set him on focus right now so we can just see his HP, so that way I can focus on the healing. All right, oh god, getting spiked. Getting spiked. All right, let's keep this guy up as well. Hello. That's my beacon target too. It sucks to have to heal him like that. Sacred shield on this guy, I guess. Now, I've been playing around with, like, plopping the Sacred Shield on other targets just for the hots. It's a tiny hot, so it kind of feels not worth it sometimes. All right, Flash of Light, Holy Shock. It really is Flash of Light Simulator, isn't it? Wow, this is so interesting. Like, the Holy Pally is quite literally a tank healer. Like, I feel like I'm beaconing one, I'm healing the other one, I'm healing both. Like, I love the 10-man. This is so much more fun than 25. I feel like if I was designing my own MMO, there would be no, like, 20-plus man raid. It would be, like, 10-mans. Like, I just feel like that's a good number, you know? You still feel intimate. You still feel like you're a part of something. You still feel like your stuff matters more. Like, I feel like a lot of the times I could sneak into a 25, and no one even cares about my DPS or what's going on. But I don't feel like you can do that as often with the smaller ones, right? For obvious reasons. Oh, this is so sick. I'm actually keeping up. Like, I think I should be doing less healing, right? Because this guy is healing everybody and I'm just healing the tanks. Oh, holy light, boom. But like, we're kind of catching up. I'm actually really happy. No, he clapped the tank at the end. No, I was out of mana. Oh my god, I cannot believe we wiped right there, dude. I just wiped on patchwork normal. And boom, after we replaced that DPS, it turns out we actually one-banged him. So we've got defense rating plate and leather spirit crit. Ooh, I like that. Is that something I would be needing on? I don't feel like it. I wonder if the other healer needed it. Okay, this druid needs it. I'm actually just gonna let him have it. I just feel like that's the right thing to do. Like, there's gonna be something plate-based that drops for me. And I understand that my class does actually go for anything it can get its hands on, but this guy only goes up to leathers, so I mean, come on now. It probably made his night. We'll get something, I'm sure. Nice. So, okay, the healer on the other side, the resto guy, he did end up overtaking me, but I feel like I did a pretty good job. But hey, infection repulsor dropped. I think this is actually really good for me. It's definitely better than what I've got, but I think I'm rolling against the other healers, so boom. And then we also have something that would be really good for Ret. Okay, I of course lost the roll on that. I lost both rolls, man. There's just no justice in this world, dude. So as far as I can remember, you keep the zombie chow away from this guy, so they're going to be kited by somebody. And in the meantime, I've got my beacon of light up on the main tank. And I think that's correct, at least. And I'm just healing the off tank as much as I can. Basically, just flash of lights. I should remember that sacred shield more often, though. Sometimes I do forget. I'm also keeping up this judgment of light. I like the little passive healing. It's kind of nice. This is so fun, dude. I cannot believe I picked this up today. Oh my god. This is more exciting than Ret, to be honest with you. Oh, no more zombie chow. Are we winning? Holy crap, he has a lot of HP left. That's not good. Oh my god, that's too much burst. Well, what do I do? Well, flash of light, everybody, and hope they don't die. All right, we're obviously gonna end up wiping this. We'll try again. Dude, I don't know what it is. Like, there's a reason I don't like to raid typically. And that's because, without fail, somebody starts drama in chat. And it's either gonna be with another person and I make fun of it, or it's with me and it's uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like, it only goes one of two ways. So, there's already been drama, dude. Like, this is why I typically stay away from everything in WoW that's not 100% solo play. And that's because, like, humans can't help themselves. Like, the tribalism, the hierarchies, like, they just can't help themselves. They have got to have an EP contest. It never fails. And then that makes people feel weird, and then everybody starts leaving because they're like, why would I even be in this raid right now when people are whining in chat? And this time, it was with me. So what did I do? Well, I ran to the end of the tunnel, just digging around. You do take damage in here, but I'm a healer and it doesn't matter for me. Like, if I go in it right now, like, by the time I got to the end of the tunnel, I was fine. And what happened with the raid leader? Well, he said that he thought because I entered the tunnel at all and had run down it, that I was going to pull the boss. And so he rocketed past me as the tank and started the boss way ahead of everybody. It's on video. You saw it. And then he just made it really uncomfortable in the chat, waving his EP around, you know? He's like, oh my God, you have to know that I'm right and it was your fault and I only did what I did because of you. And then meanwhile, everybody who's watching it, and I'm just like, bro, this doesn't matter, first of all, is what I'm thinking. But I'm like, I didn't even do that. Why are you picking on me? Like, go away. Like, I just want to do this raid and move on. It definitely wasn't my fault that anything happened. It's not that deep. In fact, it seems like it was your fault. But he couldn't help himself, man. The plan was just to quit saying anything at all. Because you ever had like an argument with an adult that really thinks they're right when they're wrong, but you're a kid? And so what you do is at a certain point, you think, well, I'll just say nothing and it'll be okay. Because that's how their minds work at that point. You know what I mean? Like they just think, oh, okay, I win. It's like, sure. And we'll leave it like that and move on. I don't care. But I have to point these kind of situations out whenever they happen because nobody ever believes me if I say, hey, by the way, one of the reasons I don't like to raid is because you can't avoid, and I give them like 5 different real reasons. And then they act like it's so rare and that never happens. And then it turns out, based on my videos, that it's actually not just happening, but it's extremely common. And most of the time, it's not even with me. You can't even say I'm the common denominator. I'm watching other people go through it, and we're making fun of it together. You know what I mean? Like, that happens a lot, actually. And that's where we are right now. That's the story of why I am not continuing yet, as I wait for these people to fill up group slots for all the DPS that left, because they thought, damn, this guy's cringe. And also, because we wiped on Glyphs, right? Yo, I just basically solo healed that at the end. I'm real proud of myself for that. We have leggings we could possibly get here as well. Need on that. I think a lot of people are going to need on it, though. And then we have an Agi sword, so that's not for me. Agreed, I guess. I'm actually really proud of myself on that one, guys. Like, that's great. I still want loot. Oh, I actually got it. I got it. I guess I was the only one. Maybe I was the only one. I was looking at the races and I thought that was classes because, like, why is it showing me the races, right? That's kind of weird. So my bad, guys. I was like, that doesn't even make any sense. And my head was trying to make sense of it, but I was trying to talk at the same time. But anyway, yeah, this is Priest Warlock Pally and I got it. So we got Leggings of the Lost Conqueror and I can do anything I want with this, man. I can make it ret or holy. And if I make it ret, I think it does go with the Hero's Redemption chest piece, right? So that's my 2-piece without even having the gloves yet. But it might actually be looking up now because we got a piece of gear. We solo healed half of a freaking boss by ourselves. Proved to ourselves, really, especially if we can actually do the full Naxx run, though, that we can actually heal raids. We can get some confidence. And, well, we're opening up a brand new spec that I really, really like, which is playing Holy as my off spec with a ridiculous amount of gear. And my friend told me as well, Argent Crusade Exalted, you get a ring and you get legs that are for Holy. pre-raid bis. And I can replace this blue ring, and I don't know if I need the legs, but we'll, oh no, it's a helmet, I think, actually. So who cares? Point is, we actually get some good gear, and we're very close to doing that because I'm revered right now and almost exalted. Okay, I didn't even realize we were close to killing that one when he died. That was a really weird one. Pretty easy as well. Boots of Persistence drop. This is a 25% upgrade. It has all the stats I want, I think, as well. It's better than what I've got. So sure, let's go for it. Well, I lose crit and I gain 9 spell power and 15. You know, I go a lot faster right now. Maybe I shouldn't care about that mana per 5 as much, or maybe I should. I don't know. Let's go ahead and need it. As for the knife, that's agreed. That's an agi dagger. That's for a rogue. I think there is a rogue in here, so grats to that guy if he needs it. And let's just keep going. We'll see if we win this, though. I did win it. Nobody else needed it. That's 2 pieces of gear now, boys. Yeah, it's definitely worth it now. Definitely worth it now. Okay, that's another boss, and we did pretty good. We almost beat that druid, man. I really do think it should be possible. I just can't wait to get better. We've got some agi stuff that looks so sexy. It's just not for me. Dude, I have no idea what this guy's even talking about. Like, ever. But he does actually explain fights extremely well. So credit must be given where credit is due. All right, let's see if we can do this one, guys. Dude, we're just dominating this right now. Like, I'm having so much fun just killing these bosses. Let's see if we can not die, though. I'm not even talking about myself. I'm talking about, like, all my new health bars. Like, that's how I feel as a healer. It's like, well, I've got, you know, 9 extra health bars that I need to look at, like, at all times. And all I do is look at my mouse, and I mouse over these guys, and I flash of light, and I, you know, sometimes I re-beacon if I have to, or I'll, you know, I'll apply a sacred shield if I want to get that dot off, that hot, rather. Although, admittedly, it's, like, not that deep. Oh god, my beacon target is dying and nobody else is low. What a dilemma. But my X9 is soon dead. Oh yes, dude, I knew that's what that was. I saw Aegis of Damnation and I thought, that's gonna have intellect on it, isn't it? And it does. Oh, and another thing. It says it's an upgrade. It's intellect, but I lose crits. I don't know. Is haste better than crit? I'm going to need on these because there's, well, I don't know. Yeah, sure. I'm going to go for both. Everybody's saying I'm lucky, so I'm just going to use it. Yeah, I won the freaking shield and I won the gloves. Dude, I've won 4 pieces. Oh, it's beautiful. Jesus Christ. That's huge. That is beautiful. And I'm going to equip these gloves for now, but I'll have both just in case. Oh, no! Basically, my head's in the clouds and I wasn't paying attention. I mean that both figuratively and literally to some varying degree. And I, yeah, basically just had to release my body and I'm back with the team. So when I get lucky, bro, I get so lucky. You know, I swear it all evens out. It doesn't mean the hurt doesn't feel bad. Similarly to, you know, even though you know it's going to be good at some point, that doesn't mean it doesn't feel good when it happens, right? But nonetheless, I got to say I do appreciate it because the highs are so high and the lows are kind of just all mid, you know what I mean? So it hits and it's like getting like stung by a bunch of mosquitoes, let's say. Like that sucks, but would you rather get stung by like 100 mosquitoes over time even? Or would you rather get bit by like an alligator just one time and it's like really bad? Because personally, I'd rather get stung by the little mosquitoes, man. All right, what dropped? We got a cape with hit rating, so that's not for me. And we've got, oh, more Holy Paladin gear. We've got the bone framed bracers and I've selected need. Thank God. I thought I passed for a hot second. I got scared. And that's going to be bracers for me, guys.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Let's pull that back up. Crit and MP5. And spell power, of course, and intellect as well. And that's going to replace my plague-infected bracers. This guy's like, it's basically good to be a Holy Pally. It's like, yeah, bro, it is. I didn't know it would be, but it is. You know what's interesting, though? So many people ended up leaving this, and honestly, it was fine. Like, after these people would leave, we would invite new people and immediately beat the next boss and the next boss. What? It's cheating! It's cheating! Did that warrior just take my bracers? Holy crap. How cringe. How many cringe things are going to happen? Like now they're saying, oh, we all roll on BOEs, but nobody's doing it. Everybody else in the whole raid, including the raid leader, was totally fine with me taking it MS, and then the warrior randomly takes them and it's like, yeah, I'm going to sell them now. Like, what a jack, dude. Holy crap. Literally can't. I almost want to leave. I've had so many feelings now of like, don't play with people like this, leave. But I'm greedy for loot. You know, I want to loot some stuff and... Okay, guys, ultimately, I just left. And the reason I left was because I had to just do what I stand for, which is like, don't stay in a raid with people that suck. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay. Skyfury's a big server and no hate overall. It's just like, let's be real. It was a cringe experience. I got to share it with you guys. Just take it at face value. I still don't recommend that you be mean to people. I don't think it's a bad thing if you wouldn't want to group with particular people who act a certain way, though. but let it be at your own discretion. I'll just say that. But we really did encounter the full array of like the worst stuff that can happen on, you know, World of Warcraft of all things. But it's still funny because if you play the game, you're like, oh yeah, those situations do suck. I'm glad it's happening to that guy and it's not happening to me, right? I don't know, something along those lines. I don't know, those bits are interesting. But you have to include all sorts of different things, I think. I like to show the full journey. Anyway, as for my build, I just want to give you guys maybe a few things that I have noticed that I like about it. Maybe things I haven't already spoke about as well. So one of the first things I recommend you do, especially if you don't play heals, right? Like a dedicated healer is going to know the things I'm telling you anyway, but most people don't heal. But one of the things I would do is just make a mouse over macro. There's various different ways you could do this, including in the Icy Veins guide. I'm sure they have different, you know, ways that they do it. I have been using this exact one that's probably way too much. And like, I think one time people even told me like, hey, you actually don't even need part of this macro to make it work. But I've been writing it like this for literally 12 years. So why would I stop? It's fine. Yeah, I just copy and paste. You could say because you don't want to type that much, but I just copy and paste. It's not a big deal. So another thing I recommend you do if you have the weak auras add-on, which I do recommend you get if you don't have it, is I create a glow macro. I did this one for the infusion of light talent. I think I still need to make more, but they all function the same way. So if you want something like this, I'll very quickly tell you how you do it. Basically, you go to new aura, you select a icon. I could just make one for you, right? And we could just do it like that. And what you're going to want to do is go right here to fallback icon. Let's say you're doing it for flash of light. So you type in flash of light, you pick the icon, boom, you go right here to icon source, fallback icon, boom, it's always going to show that. Next thing you want to do is go down, boom, show the glow. And then, you know, theoretically you would drag it right over where your thing is. If you're having trouble with it, hold down shift. That prevents it from, you know, just randomly auto-correcting to a weird spot that you don't want it to be. It happens sometimes. Somebody out there is going to not know how to do it, and I just told them. And boom, you're done. And the way to make the trigger actually work is you'll just go over here and click names, and you type in the name of whatever's proccing with the thing you want to show. So in this case, infusion of light, and then every time it pops up, you can already see, you know it works if it pops up the icon right here. You can also go by spell ID, but I think you need an add-on to show that nowadays. Yeah, you do. Okay, so yeah, that's how you basically do that, and that's what I did. So now, when I crit with my Holy Shock, boom, it shows it. I gotta get rid of the other one, because that's, well, actually, it's kind of cool looking. But no, we'll just keep the one. Okay, but yeah, that's how that basically works. I recommend that you make any amount of those for procs. Like, for example, the Infusion of Light, you can make one for Light's Grace. I'm probably definitely going to. I'd like to know when that's up. 0.5 seconds off the Holy Lights. I do believe I showed you guys the stat priority already, but it seems crit is king, which was my first assumption. So I am going to switch back to those original gloves I got. 66 crit. Tell me in the comment section if that's wrong and you think I should use the web cocoon grips anyways. And we're also about to go get Leggings of the Lost Conqueror, but I don't know if I want this for Holy right now or I want this for Ret. I think I need it for Ret though. Although now I'm trying to play with so many things in my mind. Like I can only have one kind of Ret spec, and right now my Ret's PvP spec, and the PvP spec doesn't take Steel of Command, and you do want Steel of Command for PvE. Do I heal in PvE now and just PvP as Ret? I don't know. Or do I want to do kind of both? And do I just pay for a spec change all the time? I don't know, to be honest with you. So I'm actually going to hold these for a hot second. Okay, guys, so the Halloween dungeon just came out, Headless Horseman, and we're going to go ahead and do it. So it's a last-second thing, but I'm going to toss it in the video as well, and we'll see if we get anything good. I mean, typically these holiday events actually do give you something that's kind of like a viable alternative to whatever your bis is, and that could be great in the meantime. I've actually never walked to the Halloween event before. This is the first time that a group, you know, went to Scarlet Monastery and summoned me manually, and we ran up and had to run all the way in. Typically, I'm just used to getting TP'd in. So I was thinking about it. As a healer, I don't even need the usual party frames. Like, I think I'm just going to use Heal Pot. Okay, so I judgmented him right away. And, wow, they are destroying this guy. So I'm just setting up my hots. There's no reason not to heal him. It's not like I'm not, you know, losing mana. I'm not losing mana at all. Like, it's completely easy. Do you see the power of the Beacon of Light, by the way? Like, it's absolutely ridiculous on Wrath, man. Like, you just plop it on the tank, and then you just start healing DPS if they take damage, and boom, the tank is healed as well. Fully, dude. I can't get over how powerful it is. Like, that Holy Shock, 6.8k to both of them. There we go. That was the easiest thing in the world. God, being a healer when the content is easy is insane. And we've got an Agi ring, but I'm pretty sure there is an intellect ring from here too, but okay, we'll agree on that. All right, bros, this is the ring I want. Hopefully I win. I'm rolling against Maddie. I won! Thank you! Oh man, luck is in my favor today. That's the only reason I came here. I've done 6 of these now. I'm about to finish up with this group. We'll see if we get the mount. So actually, in this regard, I only have to replace my Librum, my weapon. Obviously, the weapon's fine, but like I don't want a hit rating weapon with this. And also one of my AP trinkets. And then I've actually got, oh, and my belt as well. I have a green belt. But after that, I've actually got a full set of not just gear, but like really good stuff. Like so many epics on right now. A few blues. 3,500 gear score right now. Like I'm actually moving up with my off spec. But one thing I am learning is that I just don't understand the classic WoW community compared to like the private servers that I'm used to. Like we just got done doing these runs, and I obviously just got done with a host of runs. I'm healing. You can't easily find a healer. And so we didn't have an extra daily to do. So my group decides to go ape shit. And so we're already done. But like this dude said it was a scumbag move to heal the daily for them. Even though I had already done my version of the daily before. I don't understand why or how. Like I even asked myself if my tank or healer who had already done the daily, if it was just one of them, even if it was both to be honest, if it's the tank or the healer, wanted to do that, a role that's hard to find, I wouldn't give a single crap, dude. I've basically just come to the conclusion that the classic WoW community is just like something else. I'm not going to say anything, but there's something else compared to what I've been used to. And I've noticed this in many different avenues and just not really talked about it as much. But, yeah, tonight kind of takes the cake. From people just arguing over loot for no reason, from people constantly starting fights with each other in dungeon chat and you just get to be the voyeur of it, from people that randomly steal your loot, from people that constantly cringe it out, power trippers, you know, everything, and then all the way down to there aren't any healers or tanks, this guy's gonna heal for us, but he already did the daily, and we're gonna pretend like that's a big deal, even though it legit doesn't matter. It takes all kinds, I guess. I just don't understand people's mindsets. Like, this is literally inevitable that someone in your group will have already done the daily at some point, because guess what? They're gonna want to go for more loot. But again, it's even less of a big deal if it's the tank or the healer, dude. I don't know, let me know in the comment section what you think. I'm okay with criticism. Like, slap me if you think I deserve a slap. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, and you enjoyed just seeing the whole journey, make sure to give this video a like and to subscribe, but I'll see you guys in the next video. Mcdoubles out.